Hello and happy Tuesday. It's Fenton, and let me reset my position. There we go. That's better. Hi. It is I, Fenton, your local tube fox, living inside your computer, and we're going to be playing, well, not playing, we're going to be working on my Godot project today. So, hi, I hope you guys are doing well. It is Tuesday, which is arguably better than Monday. At least, I feel like it's arguably better than Monday. Although, most people would probably consider Tuesday the worst day of the week, just because of the fact that it's like, it's after Monday, but it's really far from the rest of the end of the week, and it's just, anyway. Hi, how's it going? Let's go upstairs. Let's just go upstairs. Also, this is kind of just gonna become, I think, my format for now. Games do tend to release on Tuesday. Also on Fridays. So, I mean, depends on the game. I've got a black cherry soda right now beside me, which I am nursing, which is going to hopefully give me enough sugar to get through this. I've been so low energy lately. Unreasonable. Okay, so before we get started, while I was at work the other day, I had a whole bunch of really great ideas, and I sent them to Hammy, but I forgot to like put a hashtag or anything like that so that I could find it easily. Or in a second, let me find it. Okay, had an idea on how to make the ability in my game work. I can make my character script have signals for all the ability triggers, like on take damage or on enemy damage. When I instantiate an abilities node, I'll have it connect to the relevant signal. If the signal is on a number of things happening, they will add 1 to the number of triggers, and if it is not then equal to the number required, it will trigger the effect. Wait. If it is more than or equal to the number required, it will trigger the effect and set the number of triggers back down to 0. So okay. So, pretty okay idea. So what I would do here is I'll have, are we on this one? Yeah, we are. Okay. So we have signal on take damage effect signal on 1 second, actually, what's the naming convention for these? Okay, so for the connection calls, it's on, so I'll just put take damage effect. I have a list of these. Second. Did we settle on a list? I think we settled on a list. I think this was the list we settled on, so Per frame does not need to be called because it's going to just be constantly called. It's just going to update itself. So that does not need to be called. Just in case, per frame effect. I'll have it there just in case. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So we're going to set that up. Signal L, please. I really need to fix my L key. On kill effect signal okay, so we've got frame on timer. Timer, I mean, again, I'll put that in, I'll put it in here. It'll probably get removed. Because the thing should have its own timer. Oh, hi Raoul. How's it going? Timer back. Kill effect. Second, let me. It's hard to do this if they're not ordered. 1 second, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do that. God. Oh no. Like this. Okay, let's Oop. But hi, I appreciate you lurking. Okay, so timer, frame, kill. We need attack. And signal. Okay, I've got take damage. Grappled. Back. Signal. Select. Back. Okay. So, we've got this. And earlier, let me stretch this back out. So last time we made some resources and we made like skill resource. We shove this over here. Oh, second. Best skill, this one. So we have name. This skill description. This is the thing that happens when the thing happens. And then over here we have per frame on kill. Okay, so I'm going to have this thing. Where's the skill thing? No, that's not what I want. A character skill. So we are going to go down here to make, oops, function for ready. Annotation on ready does not precede a valid target. Okay. Okay, so this needs to be... Oh, hi. Hey, Senny. Hope you're having a good day. So... We need a scene that will hold this. Actually. On-deal damage would also make sense for stuff like chance to spawn magic missile on hit. Yeah. I forgot to add an on hit. Yeah, sorry. You're correct. That was something that I missed last time. Yeah, on hit was not added to this. Good catch. Thank you. That is actually great, because that would really suck because later I'd have to add it in. Okay, so let's go to our player. Signal, deal, damage, effect. Okay. Skill function. So I have... Okay, is there a way for this to know what the thing it's holding is going to do? Oh, I get that sometimes. It's the most horrible pain. Wait, what? Stomach finally started to settle down from Friday. I love how stupid my anxiety can be. On hit, yeah, that's a better name. I get that sometimes. It's the most horrible pain. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I used to get really, really anxious, which would just, like, make me have to poop all the time. It was horrible. Like, if I was anxious for, like, a trip, or if I was anxious to go out somewhere, I would always just have, like, really bad anxiety poops. Not fun. Okay. So is there a way for this to know the thing that is containing it? Because the class, sorry, the skill is holding the skill. I feel like this would be something that the player would have to do. But then that's... How am I gonna do this? 1 second. So my thought process was that this skill will hold like what kind of thing is going to happen. Also, I need to put the on take damage or on deal damage in here, which is going to be under character skill. on deal damage. Still was worth pushing myself to go out on the date. Just shouldn't have pushed myself so hard. Well, I hope that the date went well. So, I want the... I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Fortunately, my stomach didn't start to act up until about 1 hour after the guy left. Well, that's always good. Yeah, so what I want to do is have the player holding the class, and then the class is going to hold an array of skills that are available for that class. And then those skills, I would like them to hold the skill function, which we will then instantiate into a node, which will stick to the character. But I want that node to be able to get to be instantiated with this information. So I guess I could put the enum inside of the skills as well. Use a template for that. It feels like I'm gonna have to make a new script every time I make something, which I don't know. We can start off slow and see how it works out. But, okay, I'm gonna go to skill function. This is gonna... Actually, we're gonna go here first. We're gonna copy this. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay. So I want to make it so that when the thing is instantiated, that it will instantiate, we'll have a function inside of it, which will then decide or look at this information, and then depending on which one it gets, it will then connect to the player who has the player's signal that is relevant to it. And then it will also remember the... where is it? Oh, this one. It'll also remember if it's on number of or not. And then if it is, it will keep track of the amount. But the issue is I don't know how to send this to that before it gets to that. If that makes sense. Also, is my microphone too loud? Is the music too loud? I want to make sure that everything is level. If there's any issues with the sound, let me know so I can quickly change things around, because it takes me no time at all, and I'd rather things sound good for you guys than to for you guys to be like, oh, I don't want to make you feel bad about the sound. Everything sounds good? Okay, well, that's good. Thank you. Also, speaking of things that don't sound good, my first two stream VODs are available on YouTube now. So that's something that I guess you guys could watch if you want. I have a YouTube channel. If you guys want, I can get you the link to that. My first video is Yakuza 0, and my second video is The Binding of Isaac. So, I mean, those are there if you guys want to look at it. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Because this can't contain functions, I don't think. Maybe it can. The function instantiate skill. And we're going to pass skill type on, oops, number of and amount. I don't think I need to put underscores for it, but I'm just gonna. Still gonna. Okay. So this thing does not know what is slotted into. Signals are like events. Yes, they are like events. Like, you choose when they happen, and then anyone who is listening gets notified. That is exactly how they work. Yes. I just need to figure out a way that I can have it. So I don't want to have a skill function template for each of these. Because, like, I could easily make a skill template for each of these, and that would save me the trouble of having to figure out how the player is going to tell the thing that's instantiated which events it needs to like subscribe to. So I could make it so that, like, I have a per frame effect, and then I have per frame effect, and then it'll automatically, when it's in when it comes to life, will find the player node, and then will subscribe to the per signal per frame effect thing. But I want to figure out a different way of doing that, because I want to try to make it more... I want to make it a little bit more, what's the word? Flexible, future-proof, all the above. Hey, Sharneo. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for bringing the mighty eggplant over to my stream. I wonder if there's a way that I can make a function that only happens if this changes. I feel like that could be a thing. Raul, is that do you think that's a thing? Making a whatchamacallit? A function that will listen for, like, one second. Ooh, I could have it. I'm like trying to yes, absolutely. Okay, because I want to make it so that when this changes, when this enum changes, like by default, skill type here is going to equal skill type dot default. And then if this changes, I want it to make two functions: public set skill type, do something, then set the value. Okay, so function void set skill, one second, skill, second, and then skill type new type. I don't need to write what kind it is. Okay, and then do some stuff and then set the value. And you can also make public skill type get skill type. Okay, so I could call, okay, yeah, that is a good, that's a good way to do that, because I can call this from that. That's okay, thank you. Okay, so in which case I don't actually need this. I don't need this. Because then I'll be able to if one second, I'm just gonna put skill type. If skill type underscore skill type one second, I'm actually gonna put the other one back. These are called getters and setters. Setter functions in programming. Its properties in Unity. There might be something built into Godot similar. Yeah, probably. Okay, so I actually want to bring back that that enum just so that I can reference it. 1 second. There you go. Control C. Okay. So we're going to we need layer. Second. Let's second. So if this one, okay, 1 second, I want to see something. If I'm gonna make a new script in this for just a second to see what this turns out to be. Okay. Control X. So I need this. So you can get rid of, we can get rid of the script. The script doesn't need to be here. I just wanted it for to see something. So clear. Okay. So if we go back to this one. That's on ready variable layer equals this. Hey, Tavinus. Hope you're having a good day. Well, a good night. I hope things are going well. Okay, so we are going to do layer dot second player dot per frame effect. One second. I'm gonna move the player down to here so that they're right beside each other. Okay. Per frame effect dot connect. We're gonna put function on per frame effect. Pass. Okay. So if so when it passes that thing, so we're going to make an instantiation function after, because we need to figure out what is going to go into it. So one of the things, it's going to set skill type. So it's going to grab the skill type that it has in the skill here. It's going to grab whatever this is set to. And it's also going to grab whatever this is set to and whatever this is set to. You know what? Instead of set skill type, we're just going to call this instantiate skill. Instantiate skill info. So we're going to take a skill type. We're going to take on I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm interested if game-based weed killer and on that stuff, like it's for that, etc. Weed killer. I don't know what weed killer is. Okay, I will comment my code. Steve's information from skill character skill source from parent containing character skill resource information. Okay. We x the underscore skill type to connect to rel event. You can look weed killer Ashniko. I will check that out in a second. Also, I need to recenter my camera. Looking here. Actually, right. Yeah. Right here is good. Relevant signal from parent. Okay. If so, this is just going to be a bunch of if statements. Okay, so there was per frame. Next is on kill. On kill. Then player dot kill effect. Oh, all of these are lowercase. Skill effect dot connect. Oh yeah, over here I need to put on per frame effect. That way it connects to this one. So anything I put in here will happen for that. But I don't think I'm going to need per frame effect. It's just here in case. I don't think I'll need it, but if I do, like, I don't know, maybe I get something that makes it so that every 5 frames my per frame effect happens twice. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, you'll need it? Okay. Okay, so connect. We'll go through and make these things afterwards. I just want to get through all of these first. If second, Control C, Control B. What's the next one? On death. On death. Player dot I think it's death effect dot connect. Is it? I didn't even make one. Signal death effect I did kill effect, but I didn't do death effect. Okay. Control V. Next one is attack. Raoul, thoughts. Should attack be different than on damage? I think so, yes. Because I have it here as different ones. I just forgot to put attack effect over here. Signal, I think hit is different than attack. Yes, okay. Attack effect. Oh, I already have it. Look at me. I already had it. I thought I didn't have it, but I did have it. Player dot attack effect dot connect. Next is take damage. Why is on take damage here? What's going on? Weird. The code was inside you all along. It lets you do stuff like in Hades example, add 1/2 hit buffer to all enemies, so they would use the hit callback to resolve that and work as usual. Okay. But connect. Player dot take damage effect dot connect. Okay. Oh, this one is... Yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. It'd also help if I wrote these properly. I'm drinking some black cherry soda right now to hopefully sugar me up because I'm a little bit sleepy. Oops. I don't know what I was doing there. On deal damage. Player dot deal damage effect dot connect on distance traveled. Player dot Distance traveled effect, I think. Travel. I'm gonna copy this one because I'll just take. God damn it. Take this one because I don't to make sure that I write it properly. Dot connect. And then lastly, we have on collect. If underscore skill type equals skill type dot on collect player dot collect effect dot that rhymes collect effect. So I will hydrate. I've got pop on one side and I've got water on the other side. Okay. Collect effect connect. Collect effect connect. Posture check. Okay. I am sitting correctly. Stretch. Okay, I will stretch. Oh. Shoulders and ribs are sore from work today. Oh. Hydrate again. I will drink some more water. And I will comment my code once I get to a point that I can comment, because right now this is all the same thing, basically. Speaking of this being all the same thing, Raoul, do you think there's a way to lower this boilerplate? Or do you think this is, like, necessary boilerplate? Everything at once, let's go. I did everything. I stretched, I did my posture check, I hydrated. I can't comment my code yet. I will comment it as soon as I can. On hill effect. Think it needed. You can remove it, but it's more effort than okay. That's fair. I'm just always worried about like doing unnecessary boilerplate stuff. Like you've told me, like, anytime that you're doing the same thing over and over, you might need to like make it more efficient. It's probably somewhere where you can do a function, but this is the function. I mean, I could make this part its own function and put it within the function, but I feel like that's a little bit weird. I appreciate the redeems, don't worry. It's fun for me too. You can make a dictionary, for example, with skill types to signal, and then in the function just use the dictionary. That would not a bad idea, but yeah. So I would have this as the key, and then I would have the name of this as the... Actually, I would need to have all of this. Yeah, I don't think it would be worth it. Yeah, I don't think it would be worth it. You're right. It would be like more trouble than it needs to be. Though it will get annoying. Yes, exactly. It's too much for too little. If I ever want to expand this, though, it'll be annoying because I have to add another if statement. But, I mean, it is what it is. It if what it if. Next is on death. Underscore on death effect pass on attack function on attack effect. But doing it this way is interesting because you could have one skill that can trigger on multiple if need be, or that has different triggers on different things. Like you could have... Oh, I forgot to put the timer in here. Though to be fair, the timer will... like, it'll be a timer. Yeah, I'll put the timer in here just in case. I will put on timer in here because then I can have it so that it starts with a timer, and that if the on timer thing, not only will it connect, but it'll also start the timer, I think. I think that'd be a good thing to do. On timer. If underscore skill type equals skill type dot on timer. Then player dot I think it was timer effect. 1 second. Oh my god. Pressing the wrong thing. Timer effect. Timer effect dot connect. Okay. So attack effect pass. Function. Okay. Exactly, it's too much for too little. I do stuff like this after the system is working already. Make the code prettier and easier to work with for sure. Well, then in the function, you would pass a list of skill type instead. Yeah, yeah. There are multiple ways of doing it. There's very good quote about a fool can write code that a computer can understand. Good programmers write code the human can understand. That's a really good quote, actually. You should aim to write code that works for you. Okay. See, you have all these like great anecdotes about coding, and all I can offer you are like anecdotes about Dungeons and Dragons. What was the next one? Attack. What was after attack? Take damage. On trade or trade offer. Take damage effect. Pass function on. So this is going to be like a template script that I will then use for all of these skills, and they will have their thing in whatever need be, if that makes sense. Or... Sorry. My brain started going really quickly and my words were not following. Or I could have it so that I can somehow add things into this, though I don't think that would work. No. See, if I could do delegates, I would then have each one of these contain a delegate, and then I could just have one script that keeps track of all of these instead of having each skill have its own section of these, and then have a delegate where you add all of the on per frame effects of things into it, and then another delegate over here that you would dump all of the on kill effect things into, and then another delegate here. But GD script does not apparently contain delegates. I mean, this is kind of like a delegate, but not really. Also, I'm gonna take a very quick BRB. Well, that's kind of what your signals are for. Yes, yeah. That's true. That is true. Because we're going to have like the one per frame effect. It's going to call it, and then everything is going to receive that. That is true. Yeah. Because otherwise, this would be completely useless. You're right. You're completely right. Yeah. I'm gonna do a very quick ad break BRB just because I need to use the washroom, but I'll be back in just a bit. See you guys. Okay. So the ad break's almost done, but I mean, it's not like we're missing anything interesting, so. Take damage effect. Next is deal damage effect. On deal damage effect. Pass. Function. Next is on distance traveled. One second. I forgot to put effect because we need to keep the same naming convention, just to keep things consistent. Traveled effect on collect effect. Collect effect. And then on timer. On timer effect. Okay, so because I want to be cool, so I'm gonna do something real fast. Check how cool this is gonna be. Sorry, I love doing that. I also forgot to add a variable here. Variable on second, what's it called over here? I went to go check it over here as well, and then I forgot to finish it. It's called on number of. Number of, and then underscore amount. Okay, and then over here on number of equals false, and variable amount equals 0. We're gonna do this. I could copy paste, but this is much cooler. If on number of amount oh shit, second. Max amount current amount damn it. It looks really cool when you're typing in a whole bunch of spots at the same time. But that's all I'm gonna say. Max amount. Sorry, no. Current amount plus equals 1 if if current amount larger than or equal to max amount, then do effect else do effect. Why is this not working? It's indented. Oh, because I didn't actually put anything in here, so I'm gonna have to put a pass in there. I'm gonna actually put a pass in all of these. There we go. Now we can minimize all of these. Okay. So these are all there. And now I need to finish this because I didn't finish this yet. We're going to set on what's it called? On number of to underscore on number of. So set the Boolean value of on that. So we're doing on number of equals underscore on number of, and then we're going to set max amount integer value of max amount equals underscore amount. Okay. Okay, so got that done. Excuse me. I have them called over here. Connection calls. Custom functions. Built in functions. Okay, so I'm going to put, we'll just pick a random one, and I'm going to put inside of here. We're gonna pick the on attack effect, and we're gonna put a debug Print debug. Attack. Effect. Connected. We're going to go here. We're going to go to this one. We're going to put it on attack. So we need to make a function in here. Function instantiate skill info. Hello, Hammy. Welcome home. Guess I don't need to do that. Okay, so where are we instantiating it? Right here. Control C, X. Function instantiate skill. Skill prefab. And then we're going to do skill dot Sorry, I'm just figuring something out. Skill dot Control C. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, back things up a little bit here. Skill dot skill. Sorry. Skill dot ins. I can just control V. Yeah. Skill dot instantiate skill, and then we will take. Bold dot underscore class dot character skills. So I'll be able to do so I'll be able to do skill underscore info dot skill info dot skill type. Skill info dot on number on number of skill info dot amount. So now on ready, we're going to instantiate skill. C, go up to ready, instantiate skill 0. Okay, press play. Okay. Okay, so that did not quite work. Because skill type 1 second. Skill type was not correct. Ah. So it got up to here. Also, the word skill no longer looks like a word to me anymore. I've been typing it too much. This instantiate a class skill given the index number. Gonna go ahead and is that spelled correctly? There we go. Does it need the number? I think it needs the number. I think that was the issue. Because if we go here... Yeah, it would need the number. Okay, that's where the information is. Try that. Okay, so we reached here. I forgot to add all these things in. Okay, so we've got underscore on kill effect, underscore on death effect, underscore on attack effect, underscore on deal damage effect. Oh wait, I need to get rid of these bracy boys. Underscore. Oh wait. Per frame, on kill, on death, on attack. Take damage. On deal damage. On distance traveled effect. This one is on select effect. And on timer effect. Okay. Okay, so we need to first go to player. We need to first create it. It needs to become a child of a thing. Hey, how's it going, Miss LeCane? Hey, how am I? So I need to instantiate it. How goes coding? It goes. The other fucking bully bot, real spammer. It's okay, don't worry. They're annoying, but I mean, it's fine, don't worry. So... this is annoying. So I have to instantiate it, where it instantiates under here. And then I would, I guess, need to find it. One second. Yeah. Let's see something. Go. Find child of child. I'm not worrying, I have sly citing, weird billing, not big deal. Oh yeah, what was that game that you told me to check out, now that I'm thinking of it? It was... Weed Killer Ashniko. Oh, it's an album. Oh. Interesting. Their art is very psychedelic. Huh. I'll try to check that out after the stream. Yeah, I saw it's an album. I'll try to check that out after the stream. Okay, so How do I want to do this? Okay, so Raoul, are you here? Need my fairy godmother. Okay, so second. Let's calling, sorry, Godot calling child function. Or child in children second get child Godot. Do I have or player collider up here? I do. In player collider dot get children. It was same mood as my stuff seeing, so it was like relatable album. Oh, kind of world I want to see. Well, I will definitely try to check it out. Children. Okay, so if child equals ill, oops, then we will do child dot instantiate. Let's see if that worked. Hey! It worked! We got the thing!
Yay!
Okay, awesome. And we still have our ball from last time. Okay. So what I did, I'm going to comment it. So so here we're creating a instance of skill. And then here we're getting a reference to skill info. And then here we are making, sorry, I shouldn't be putting these in get reference, create, okay, make skill a child of player collider, and then find skill in player colliders children. And then we are going to instantiate skill info into skill. Hey. Okay, 1 second. You was here? Well, okay. Well, I figured it out. You butthead. Hope you did not miss message. Oh, if I'm time taker away for no reason, sincerely sorry, but your finest yet. That's fine, don't worry. I try to get to the messages that I can. Is this Lobotomite Corporation song? I don't know. 1 second, let me check. This song is apparently from The Witcher. Looks like it by my here OCT song. Right now it says this. So it claims that this song is Renfree's theme from Witcher and Chill. So it's a remix of, or a chill version of a song from The Witcher. So it worked. So what happened is we created the skill. We then created a reference to skill info. We then took the skill and made it a child of player collider, which is up here. So it became like part of this part of the tree, because then it'll move with the collider. So we have it here. But then the issue was that I would then lose where the reference is. Like I would know where it went, but not exactly where it went. And so I do a quick for loop. It goes through all of the children, that player collider has. So just right now, player sprite, player collider 2D, and then also the skill. And then if the child equals the skill, we do that. And also I should break after that. Break. Correct? Raul? That's where you use break? That's when you use break? I never know when to use break or return. Break? Okay. Because break takes you out of a for loop, right? Whereas return takes you out of the function. Yeah. Return stops function, break stops loop. Correct. Okay. I'm glad that I sometimes mess those two up and I don't want to screw it up, so. Okay. So, yeah. Does this seem like a weird way to do this, or does this seem like it makes sense? Stop doubting myself. Never. I'm fueled by self-doubt. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good I'm just gonna make it look better. Ideally, when you spawn it, you should get a reference for the new one, so you don't need to do the loop. The issue is I have a reference for it, like I made the reference to it, but as soon as I make it a child of this, that reference no longer counts. Well, sorry. It's not that it doesn't count, it's that once I do that, if I go... You know what? I guess I don't... Maybe. Okay, so the issue is the way that I have this written. Where is it? Not here. This one. So I have it finding reference to the player in assuming that it's here. I could potentially make it so it's referencing the player as if the player was two layers of separation, if that makes sense. So it is assuming that the player is the parent of its parent. So when these things try to happen, it's calling player, and player is its theoretical parent of the parent. Can you pass the player in the initializing function? Probably. 1 second. Let me... If I do this, okay, and then go here. Okay, let's take this out of here, and we'll put oh, sorry. This would be Bill. Oh, shit. I forgot to... Inside of this, now I need to change the thing. Here. So first I would do player equals _ player. Hey, it worked. Raul, you're a genius. Okay. So that makes it so that I don't need to do the for loop. Though I am still very proud of figuring out that for loop. But yeah, we don't need that for loop anymore. So this shit can go away. Fires the balls. Okay. So that way you don't need to assume you already get the ref for the player. Yeah. Because then I don't need to like figure out where the player is from there. That's yeah. Now interested in game of about Revenge of Fairy, and I found interesting logo game. It like Loss in Verdnudish. Naked armor with weapons in hand. I meant exactly. I want that kind of armor. That's pretty cool. So, okay. So, this here is basically like writing lowercase this in C#. Raul, in case you were wondering what $, quotation meant, it's basically referencing this node in the hierarchy, because the way that this game works, or the way that this game engine works, is that everything is in a tree, and so referencing things inside the tree is important. Yeah. Okay. So that worked. Awesome. Get rid of that. Because that's kind of just saying that I'm making a variable is kind of a waste of a comment. Pass information skill. Okay, so that's awesome. Also, this way, we could potentially pass skills on to enemies, and enemies could potentially instantiate skills that way too, by it referencing itself, like the way that we have it right now, with like getting the reference directly. Imagine walking in social place with that and whole people like, are you an armored reinforce? You know, I've always wanted to go to like a Renaissance fair where you can like go dress up in medieval armor and stuff like that, and no one bats an eye, and like buy custom made like leather pauldrons and stuff. Be really cool. We just went to Medieval Times last weekend. It was super fun. Yeah. It was supper fun. Was that intended? Because it was supper fun. Did your team win? Did your knight win? Yeah, I've been to medieval times. Well, I've been to that medieval times exactly. Our knight did win. Oh, that's really cool. Mine didn't. I've been to that medieval times exactly 3 times. Once for an interview, once for like half a shift, and then again, like years later to actually go to the to watch the show. Oh yeah, I lost my voice screaming too. You get so into it. It's such a fun experience, and like you really get into it, and the more you get into it, the more fun it is. That's the most asshole place I ever seen by internet. What do you mean? The medieval times? Yeah, I was eating and screaming, almost choked on some corn. The lady, the bar wench that was serving us, gave me a really weird look because I asked for cutlery. She's like, "You're supposed to eat with your hands." I was like, "But can I have some cutlery, please?" Yeah, it is a very strange place, but it's a really cool experience for what it is. Also, I love that the knights and the squires, the actual jobs that they do, like you can get a job as a squire where you actually do squire things, where you're actually like doing sword training and taking care of the horses and doing stuff for the knight, and then you eventually will become a knight, in which case you will have a squire and you do all the training and stuff, and you get paid for that, and that's really cool. Could have been a fun thing to do. Instead, here I am being a low poly Ferox on the internet and flinging cat litter. Because of the internet, I don't want to see it in real life, or to travel somewhere and for that place. You are a squire of the internet. So you're saying that I shovel digital horse poo on the internet? A lot of typing for saying no. Well, you are a streamer with a chat and comment section. Yeah, true. Okay, so I got that to work, which means that this actually went off, which means that it was actually reading this, because I could, in that case, do this. 1 second. This, okay. We should probably have our skill know what the skill is. So we're gonna pass some more information on that. Fetch me a cup of bandwidth, squire. Fetch it thyself, heathen. Okay, so our skill should probably have more information. So our skill should probably actually contain the rest of the skill information. So variable skill name, variable skill information. Sorry. Skill description. What's bandwidth? Bandwidth, how would you explain that? Basically the amount of, like, how... I don't even want to try to start explaining it because Hammy can explain it better than I can, because I just know that it has to do with the speed of your internet, but also the speed at which your computer can run the internet, I think. I don't... Hammy, help.
What?
How would you describe bandwidth?
Bandwidth is the size of the pipe of your internet that goes into your house. Simplest explanation. Basically, the speed of which internet can come in and out of your facility or location.
So basically, it's the max speed at which your facility can actually receive the internet.
Or send the internet.
Or send the internet.
Depending on the type of internet you have, you can have it as a full duplex or single duplex. Or single or duplex.
Yeah. So basically, it's... So you could have, like, 1 gigabit upload speed, but if your facility does not allow that, you can't actually use all of it. It's the diameter of a hose, yes. See, I would call it a funnel, actually.
I think either of those would be good explanations.
Hammy agreed.
Because a hose only goes one direction, internet goes 2 directions.
A hose does not... If you have 2 people blowing on each side of a hose...
You're just gonna hurt each other.
If you have 2 houses connected to the same hose...
You're just gonna explode the hose. This is why I don't let you do hardware-related things.
Oh, now I get it. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you understand now. I had a little bit of an understanding, but not enough to actually explain it out loud.
Easiest explanation is bandwidth is the speed of your internet. The usage or capacity is the amount you're allowed to use on a monthly basis.
Yeah. Yeah, so Miss Lacane, if you want to get more bandwidth, you're gonna have to, like, you're gonna have to go ahead and start training to like stretch out your bandwidth a little bit, little by little.
I'll smack them. I smacked them for you.
Just the emote that he sent. Okay, so I want to send the skill skill name and the skill description. Actually, Raul, do you think the skill actually needs to know this information, considering, like, the resource still exists? Like, I can just pull it from this, right? And like, there's no reason why it should have its own information, right? Oh, do you know what else I should have here? I should have a function on awake. For one-time effect that happen when kill is were added. So this I will have on awake, just in case like the skill gives you also like, 1 second. Okay. In case the skill like also adds to your, I don't know, to your speed or your attack damage or something. This is slowly getting like complicated. Okay. So I got the thing working. I got the piece of code that I had sent to Hammy. I furiously typed to Hammy while I was at work because I was like, I have an idea. And then he replied with, okay. 1 second. Sorry. He wrote, haha, okay. Because I just sent like a paragraph of just jumbled words. Does it a lot. 90% of our chat is just his code snippets, pseudocode. But yeah, I remember I had sent that, and then I also had some cool ideas that are like feature creep that may or may not be part of the game. But oh yeah, Raul, I wanted to talk to you about this.
Maybe not the first iteration, but one of the first DLCs.
Yeah, so I had a cool idea of like, so I wanted to have a shop system, but if I had a shop system, I'd have to like come up with like pricing and like rarity and stuff like that. While I still do want to use rarity, I had a thought of a gacha system where a shop appears and they've got a bunch of like capsule machines, and each capsule machine is a different thing. Like one of them is like, I don't know, one of them is like a mixture of all items, one of them is like just weapons, one of them is just armor, that kind of thing. And you put money into them, and the more money you put, the higher chance you have at rarer items, and also the higher chance you have that it'll drop an extra item at the same time. That is far beyond where we are right now, but it's a cool idea that I had, and I think it would make things more interesting than the game currently is going to be. I also need to, I want to learn some project management skills, because I was listening to an audiobook, and the audiobook started with, so you want to make a game by yourself. Well, first thing you'd have to know is congratulations, you're a project manager. And I was like, oh no. I never thought of that. And now that I thought of that, now I need to, like, I want to have better project management skills, and I might ask Amanda about that, because that's literally her bread and butter. She is a project manager and she's really good at it. I'm gonna be like, happy birthday, Amanda. Can you like teach me how to be a project manager? Oh, girlfriend of someone changed autocorrect of compliment into fat, or oh, that is such a mean prank. I've seen that kind of thing before. That is so mean. But yeah, I need to learn project management skills, because my project is slowly like growing outwards in all directions, and I am kind of losing track of it. Because like we've got this script, which is pretty chonky. Infect everything. Yeah, it's kind of just like it's spidering out, spider webbing out. This is short and concise. This is short and concise. This is a little bit chunky in the middle. But this is going to be a template. Where we will make an instance of this. And then that's what we're going to use for the things. That'll be easy enough. Girlfriend said I talked at something bad and don't remember, and boyfriend wanted a compliment but typed fat. Oh no. That's such a mean prank. See, it's a really mean prank because not only is it mean to the person whose phone is affected, but it's also mean for the person on the receiving end of the text messages. So it's like double mean. Okay, let's go back over here. Things over here make sense. Okay. I say that and it's just writing everywhere. Okay, so we still need to fix this. So we have this guy almost good. Projectiles are like non-existent right now. The enemy is like almost non-existent right now because I basically went back to what I had, or I went back and refactored everything. And so the character is kind of getting there. Projectiles are kind of non-existent. And enemies are kind of non-existent. The projectile will be fairly easy, I think, because the projectile is going to be mostly unchanged from the previous iteration. Enemies have to I think I'm going to kind of give them a system sort of like the character's class, where they start off as a blank slate, and we instantiate all of their information through through a resource. So we'll have a resource for each type of enemy. And then if we want champions, then we literally just add a resource that makes them a champion. Or I guess we could, yeah, we add a resource or a part on the resource that will call to a node, which will then make them a super enemy. A little pitchfork. Now he has legs. Here. Yeah, so not looking forward to that, but let's start thinking about that, because that's what we should do. So okay, so we've got an enemy. He's going to be a node 2D. And then the enemy is going to have a collider. an area 2D, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Collider is going to be area 2D. And then this is going to have sprite. And it's going to contain the collision shape. Collision shape. Animated sprite. Animated sprite. And this is, well, it's just a collision shape, so I don't need to change that. Then I want enemy script to contain enemy type. Which is going to be a resource. And then this could contain special, I don't know. What would I call that? Optional. Resource. So I'm thinking like there's a chance that the enemy spawns with an optional resource, making them in Binding of Isaac terms, we would call it a champion. So it would have a chance to spawn in, and if that percent chance is met, we would then add a optional resource to it to give it a special ability. Like maybe it's health regenerates, or maybe it's shooting projectiles, or maybe it's leaving a trail of fire. Those would be in here. So we'll put champion resource. Champion type. You know, I could write this all in cursive and then like nobody would be able to read my writing. Nobody but me. I don't know, I have really bad cursive. Like, champion type would turn into... Encrypt thy notes. So, yeah, this is... I think this is a cool idea. Because it's very similar to what we're doing with the player, but instead of a class, we have an enemy type, because the enemy is going to be completely a blank slate, and enemy type is going to give it all of the information. It's going to give it its sprite. Okay, we should probably go over here and start putting all of that. So enemy type is going to contain the enemy name, description, these are for my own reasons, and they could potentially be used later on for making like a bestiary or whatever. HP, EXP, worth, sprites, I think we need to move this up a little bit. Okay. Name, description, HP, XP worth, sprite, champion chance, maybe? No, I think that's gonna be just a percent, like a solid percent chance. Maybe a drop rate or something. No. Name, description, EXP, or health, EXP, sprite worth. Damage. Attack. Speed. Gonna need a lot of information. What else would we want our enemy to do to have? I don't think I'm gonna do different movement types. Because I think I'm just going to have the enemies, like, walk towards you. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have different movement. AI. AI? Question mark? And then champion type. Which, as we mentioned earlier, is optional. Do 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 do. Remember when the pandemic started and everybody was spending all of their free time playing Animal Crossing? That was fun. Lots of people were like, they're like, oh no, I can't leave the house. I'm stuck in my house playing Animal Crossing. Meanwhile, I still had to go to work. Work never stopped for me. Because people still needed their cat litter. Trying to save as much space as I can. I'm also procrastinating. Okay. I feel like the AI would be a resource that I could, or not even a resource, probably just a script that I could slot in. Let's start making this. Create ripped resource. Enemy type. Class name. Enemy type. Like one letter each down by side of down other letter. Oh, I like typing weird way, puzzling way. I have lot generator stuff, etc. and page that edit text. I like using those types of editors and stuff, so that I can send like really weird text, like text things, or I can make the letters like very small or just like very corrupted looking. I love those. They're great. At export. Yes. Export. Underscore. Placeholder. How do I do that one again? Okay. Enemy name.
Don't cry, Virgil. That's for other people.
That's how you do that? Sorry. Not equals there. Variable enemy is a string. And now if I were to make, going to create resource enemy type. Maybe now. Resource enemy type. New enemy. So enemy name is enemy name. Put name here. I don't even really need to do that. I can just do this. It's just empty. Input name. At export category. We're gonna make a category of one second. At export category information. At export underscore multi-line variable description I meant niche 2. What's happening? Why? I'm feeling my neighbors are not well and hear them as whisper level. Oh, that's not good. Our thing is too wide. Damn it. At export subcategory subgroup this cats at export underscore range from 1 to 2 1 or greater, and then we're gonna do HP hit points, which is going to, sorry, variable hit points, which is going to be a integer number. Should I make health an integer or a float? Did I make integer float or hit points are an integer over here, so we're gonna keep them as an integer. New enemy. And then here we're going to be I'm gonna copy this. Control C, B, except it's going to be variance. What else? So we've got hit points, experience points. What color stuff from up of your head? What? Here. What's color stuff from up of your head? Oh, these? This is, it's this over here. I just have it, shrunk down so that I can easily see the information here. It's behind my character, but it's here so that I can see the stuff. Control B, we're gonna do damage. Be a float. .1. Save. Forgot the at. Now I can. I don't know, let's put 50 for now. Streaming soon, so heading downstairs. Well, I appreciate you being here. I'll come bug you later. Got that. We're gonna control V and turn this into speed. One to 10 seems good for now. The slider that we can change. Now we're gonna make a export category. These lurk nudes are pretty good. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying them. Export the sprites, so variable sprites is going to be God, I need to make this bigger. Sprite frames, I think. Let's go to the enemy or the character class. Sprite frames. At port variable enemy AI. That's going to be a type rip, I guess. And then that we need to make it enemy type. Create script resource champion type. Champion type. We're going to class name champion. Save that, and now we'll be able to go in here and make export variable champion underscore type is type champion type. There we go. So if we look at this resource here, hey Apollo, how's it going? Also, I like that you changed your name. Although I very much enjoyed bisexual, but having you be as Apollo makes it a lot easier. But hi. Other one was very funny. I very much appreciated bisexual. Oh well. Because not only was it a pun on bisexual owl, bisexual, but you had an OO in there as well, and it was wonderful. Today ended well. Tracked down a Heisenberg at work. So a what? A Heisenberg? What's a Heisenberg? Oh, a Heisenbug. What's a Heisenbug? It's a bug that only exists until you try to look at it. Yeah, a bug that only happens until you try to find it, and then it's like, oh, it's working perfectly fine now. Why? I did something cool. I made it say attack effect connected. Out of context, that's really dumb, but I have it so that the player is holding a class, which is holding a skill, which contains a function, a script, and so we are then instantiating this script as a node, and it is going, we are taking this skill type and instantiating it. And so it one second, let me go to the here. So we have skill type here as an enumerator, an enum, because enums are great. And then when it's instantiated, we have the player right over here. We're testing it here. So instantiate skill, instantiate skill. So it creates an instance and also a reference to the skill itself that has like the information in it. Because this is the script. This is the resource that is holding the script. We make it a child of this guy so that it'll always follow it around, and then we are giving it all the information that it needs, and also and so it knows what it's doing, and so we gave it 1 second, programmer talk. 1 second, where's the thing? This one. Okay. So we specifically gave the resource the type of on attack, and then it printed this because it actually went and made it the right thing, which means that it then connected to the on attack effect down here, which we would then be able to put our effect into. and I'm very excited about that. This is going to be the template that we're going to be using for making different skills for our classes. Thank you for throwing in a bunch of shorthand for stuff. I can understand what's happening here. Sorry for not throwing shorthand. Oh wow, another bot. Cool. Let's just get rid of them. Enox Z9. Fuck right off. Oh, I didn't do the thing right. I put bad instead of ban. Okay. And be gone. 1 second. God damn it, why is this being so finicky? Be gone. Why are you not working? Not working. There. The bitch is gone. Sorry. You're definitely Canadian. You say Zed. Yes, I do say Zed. The bot is gone. They have fucked right off. Okay. So, yeah. So, did you get all that? In short, this guy is holding a I guess a class that is holding a class, or sorry, a array of classes that hold skills in them that are a script. And yeah, I'm very happy that this is working. It's like my own version of composition, because I don't yeah, I got most of what you were talking about. Okay. Zed o kawaii. Oh, is it cute that I say Zed? That's weird. That's just how we say it, you know, like the band ZZ Top. You know, everyone's favorite long bearded ZZ Top band, or Dragon Ball Z. You know, the way everyone says it. Gonna go lurk and eat some nudes. Never considered ZZ Top. I only ever say ZZ Top to piss people off. Nothing like setting up a bunch of boilerplate for use later. Yep. I'm making a bunch of things that will be like, I'll be able to slot things in. So I'll be able to make a class that then has like, I don't know, 10 different skills. And then you get to pick one of them, one of 3 or whatever, whenever you level up. Kind of like when you get level ups in Vampire Survivor. Except you'll be able to, 1 second, let's go back to the image. So you'll be able to carry, each character will be able to have 5 skills, including the orange one, which is here for Impulse. We made an orange one for Impulse, and a green one for Hammy. The green one needs help. He's a little slow, but he's a good boy. You made a clip of my wrongdoing? What? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Why him squimped? Because he's special. I also accidentally resized him, and I was like, nah, he's gonna stay that way. He's got a club. And then my friend was like, he needs tusks. And I was like, okay, I gave him tusks. Now he's, I guess, part orc. And then yellow was scrapped. Zed. Okay. Me being Canadian with Zeds. I'm sorry for being Canadian. So yeah, each one of these, each one of your characters is going to have 5 skills. I've been using Zed actually, easier to hear over the phone. Yeah, Z is like mistakable for C. Zed is not mistakable for anything. Although it is mistakable for being incorrect. Because as we know, it is correct. There's so much stuff that I have to do. And I realized not that long ago that I was listening to an audiobook, and the audiobook was saying that, oh, you're making a game by yourself. Congratulations, you're a project manager now. And I was like, oh no, I hate project management. And then I realized that I am a project manager, and I have not been doing project management stuff, which is why things are just spiraling out of control. So I'm gonna be learning project management in my free time, I guess. So that's gonna be fun. Feature creep, yep. Well, this stuff isn't even feature creep. This is all me trying to go through refactor my code to a way that will be more dynamic, so that I'll be able and more flexible. Like I want to make flexible code, and so I'm making all these things that can slot into each other so that I can have as many different varieties as I want. Like the enemy is going to be a blank slate that takes in an enemy type, and that enemy type will basically decide what type of enemy it is and everything. Oh, did I say something about slotting in that was phrasing? That bot already got banned? Yeah, I banned it. I just had trouble doing it because it was like, oh, you need to input a thing. Oh, I mean Twitch banned it. Oh, well, that's cool. I did it first though. Twitch was slow on the trigger. Hashtag first. Okay. So this is done. We can give this a green check mark. This is done. So this part, for the most part, is done. This is done. Second, I'm gonna make another layer for this so that that it doesn't affect anything. Okay, this is done. This is done. This is done. I literally just did this. This works. Food time? Yeah, not a problem. I'm actually gonna go grab some water and stuff, so I'm gonna do a quick BRB during the ad break. See you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back. And ad break is over. Okay. Speaking of food, I should probably figure out what we're gonna do for food, but he's snoozing. I don't want to wake him up. Okay. So, save this. Let's go to the enemy script. It's the original. Oh, this is, yes, this is the new one. So we need at export variable. We need a enemy type. Enemy type. So now if I go here, second, I don't actually have an enemy thing, do I? Wait, yes. Enemy. If I go here, I have an enemy type, which I'll be able to grab new enemy, slot that in, open that, and then we have all the information. Awesome. The sprites will be our animation. Enemy AI, that'll be a script that we'll use to decide what the enemy will do, if they'll walk directly at the end at the character, or if they'll like move to a specific distance and then like start shooting at them, or whatever is going to happen, or if they're going to move up to the enemy and then start exploding. I don't know. Whatever, that's going to be under enemy AI. And then champion type is optional. It does not need to be there. Ugh. And we've got our hit points, experience points, damage. Everything is working. That's good. Okay. Now what? Kobold, let's move this over here. Signal manager. Close this. Main scene. Close this. Player projectile. We have a projectile, that is correct. We didn't add anything to it. Get rid of that. Save this. Okay. So, yeah, that's that. What now? Make some check boxes so we can check these off. Okay. Okay. I am tired. We need to figure out player stats, but we won't really know that until we start testing. Or maybe I should just start planning that. I don't know. I'm gonna put down that idea over here of oops. Gotcha. On machines. Gachapon vendor. Or items. Let's get rid of this. Make Gachapon one word. Gachapon vendor for items. I'm just doodling a Gachapon machine because I want to. Kind of keep a visual idea. And fill this with like different colored things. Make a bit of that. There you go. Gachapon machine. And that's that. Oof. No, we need confetti. Oh, hi, good. I see you. Annie has you on the TV. I'm watching you. Okay. And then a sword comes out. Second. And then arrow. Second. Arrow. And then a sword comes out. That almost turned out not great. There we go. So, Gachapon machine. Money goes in. Second. Need money. Oh, now I realize, so called Crazy Frog OC, of course. What about Heterochromia and Crazy Frog? What? Where's our dragon coin that we had earlier? We'll just make them like Rio coins for now. There we go. Very essential doodles. Yeah, I didn't want to wake you up, but I wanted to ask what we were gonna do for supper. You looked like you needed a nap, so I didn't want to wake you up. So coin goes in there. Goes into there. And then out pops an item. Or two. Rest well, both of you? What? I'm not going to bed yet. Tammy was napping earlier. Hmm? Remember, you have not now. So, money goes into the gachapon machine. Gachapon, the thing comes out. Second. Go. Comes out, and then you get item. Doesn't look like anything. Second, let me this. Better, but a little too much. Go. Okay, so I think that's clear enough. Hmm? I'm just doodling at this point. Let's make that brown. It's probably leather. Got a gold hilt. There we go. So, money goes into the machine, out comes a thing, and then poof, you get an item. And yeah, so that is my idea. More E equals 1 second. More G gives higher rare pants and pants of multiple okay. So that is on here, so that's going to be no longer has to like be floating around in my head. Specialty is something that I need to put in for skills if we're still gonna do that. So I'm gonna put easy enough way of doing this. I'm just gonna go to skill, character skill. Port placeholder skill specialization. Variable skill specialization bring. Okay, so we made player class, but now we need
Another something. You can make Raku QA advanced.
yeah.
Realize this.
Okay, so if we're going to be making our characters able to specialize, that's going to need its own resource. So character class is going to also need okay. character skill, and then character class. Is going to need at export category class evolutions, and then we're going to need export variable class evolutions, make an array of character class for now. Did I say rest well and good now or whenever? Yeah, you did. Okay. So if I go to my player here, oops, this is at 9. I didn't save. Yes, I did. I'm gonna go back to this thing real fast. Okay, I'm gonna go to enemy type and make this a subgroup. Save. Great. And then class means class evolutions. Okay. Awesome. So that my player here has class evolutions here, where I could then put in, slot in class or evolutions of this class. So if I made just a default magician or something, or a mage, then I could have the mage maybe turn into, I don't know, a pyromancer or a necromancer or a cryomancer or Bob. Just turn into Bob. I'm lazy to be active in good game done casual because I don't want to explain name and shy, etc. I was few times in their broadcast live stream. Yeah, I mean, they're really chill and very nice. So, if you want to chat with them, if you want to chat in their stream, I'm sure they would appreciate it, but you don't have to. I would just let them know that English isn't your first language, and yeah. Bob means Brit, Polish, what? Pelagius? Pelagius? Oh, police, like a Bobby. Okay, well, I think I'm going to... I think I'm gonna end things here because I think I've done everything I need to that I wanted to do today. Clear sprites. Ah! Hi. I don't even know what this is. It's just empty. Let's get rid of this. Who are you? Why are you here? Go away. Dead. Mated. Just close this. You don't need to be here. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna go through and make things that make sure that things are, the composition of the code at least looks nice. Okay. This is not used yet. Maybe make evolved classes their own resource, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Do maybe make evolution classes, evolved classes their own resources, resource save. Player script. This is already done. Ah! Hey, Sunny. I'm half American. I first started talking in English, whatever. I grew up in Georgia. It's fine, no worries. If I go to the kobold new class, yeah, it doesn't have. Oh, it does have player stats. Yeah, I think this is good for now. Yeah, I think we're good for today. Next week I want to get the enemy moving again. We've put a lot of effort into getting the player to work, and the player is working. Now we need to get the enemy moving again. We need to get the enemy to work again. So I'm gonna put that over here in big letters. To do get get enemy working again. There we go. To do, get enemy working again. Projectiles 2. There we go. There we go. That's what I want to do next week, is get the enemies working again and then start working on the projectiles. So that looks like a good amount of stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna see who is raidable at the moment. I don't know how long good is gonna be going for.
Try raiding somebody else. That's not the usual raid center for you.
I guess I could. 1 second. I'm gonna look for somebody who's also doing software stuff. Second. Hard to find people that you don't know. Browse. Software. Who should we raid? Do 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 do. Honestly don't know. I apologize for this long quiet. I'm trying to find somebody who I'd want to raid. Yeah, I could just raid Misla. Hey, I found myself. I'm like scrolling and I scroll past myself. Ooh! This person looks interesting. Says that they're learning Godot for the first time. Let's go raid them. So thank you guys for hanging out. Let's go downstairs real fast. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're gonna go ahead and raid Salad Forest. They are LGBT, they're furry, they're trying Godot for the first time. So that seems like a fun, interesting raid. So let's go ahead and do that. If you guys could follow me for the raid, so that we can go give this random person some love. I will be back on Thursday to work on some 3D modeling stuff. I'm gonna be giving Raku's 3D model some bones, so that's gonna be exciting. So I will see you guys then, and if you guys are not interested in that, I will also be streaming on Friday, where I will be doing some more Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, let's go ahead and raid Salad Forest. Yeah, let's go give a random person some love. I will see you guys there. Bye. It would help if I actually started the raid so that people could jump in.
It happens.
Okay. Now if you guys could jump into the raid. Got 5 people. Let's go.
Wait, the fuck? Yeah, I'm restarting. Oh shit! Thank you for the raid. Ah!